For decades, people have been telling me the same thing. And Warren, gold is the safest bet in the world. It never loses value. It's the ultimate hedge. And yet, I've spent my entire career watching that belief quietly, steadily lose people money. Now, you'll understand exactly why something truly terrible is about to happen to gold and why most people who think they're protecting themselves are actually walking straight into danger. Back in 1971, when Richard Nixon ended the gold standard, the world changed overnight. Until then, every dollar in your pocket was tied to a certain amount of gold. For centuries, the power of gold came from scarcity. There was only so much of it. It couldn't be printed like paper money. Gold had its era. The end of one era is always the beginning of another, and the investors who thrive are the ones who see the shift before it becomes obvious. Right now, everyone is still clinging to the old map, the one that says gold equals safety. Remember, the strongest asset you can own is understanding. Now, before I tell you the reason gold will collapse again and why it's not because of inflation or interest rates or central banks, let me ask you something. If gold is truly the perfect hedge, then why hasn't it kept up with inflation over the last 50 years?
In the 70s, we all watched Gilligan's Island, the millionaire and his wife. Okay, in the 70s, Nixon took us off the gold standard. It took 100 years to get to the first $1 billion, okay? So in other words, a million's got 6 zeros. The next decade in the 80s, they added, remember, this is called money creation. When you create it, it comes out of thin air. And then the next decade in the 80s, we're now in the billions. That's 9 zeros. Then we get into the next decade. Now we're at 12 zeros, okay? They just make digits. They make money. Then we went into derivative contracts, and you had a bunch of people on your show talking about a missing 21 trillion, and now it's like 40 trillion. Who the heck knows what it is? Understand that a quadrillion is 15 zeros. Why I talk about this is because when you look at the one in yellow here, in the millions, this is in the late 70s and the 80s, okay? Silver went to $49. If you wanted to count to 1 million, it would take you 11 days. We're now at the quadrillions, which is 15 zeros. It would take you 31 million years, and silver is pretty much at the exact same price that it was in 1980. So if you want to talk about silver still on a fire sale at $52.50 as we're talking right now, or $51, it's still the greatest buy in human history. It's super cheap right now. Why? Because money creation. Let that sink in. We were at 6 zeros in the 70s. That's when a home cost what? 50, 70,000, 40,000? Cars were $3,000, $4,000. Please let that sink in, everybody. In the 70s, you could buy a brand new car for $3,000 to $4,000. Think about that. Right now, that same car is minimum $50,000 to up to $100,000. Because why? Money creation. Look at the price of homes. I'm telling you, you need to look at, when you have the ability to create money out of thin air, guess what they're going to do? They're going to create money out of thin air. What's the Federal Reserve done? Created money out of thin air, and now everybody, the entire world is enslaved. This is a moment in time where you can compare it biblically to what is called Belshazzar's feast. You know what that represents? It's a moment in the Bible where they were celebrating, drinking out of the golden chalices. Belshazzar thinks he's on the top of the world. He's king of the world. And then God shows up with a writing on the wall. We all heard that saying, Mene, the writing on the wall? You know what that was? It was Mene, Tekel, Upharsim. And this translation that Daniel gave him was this: you, Belshazzar, have been weighed in the balances. Your kingdom has come to an end. That night he died. What I'm saying is God needs 24 hours. The system's a total fraud. They've created money like lunatics out of thin air. And all we've got now is complete digits. When you go to your bank accounts, you look at your IRAs and your bank accounts, how much cash you got in your bank. All you've got is digits. Go into your bank. If you got, say, 6 digits in your bank account, go in there and try to pull out 6 digits. They'll say, no way. They will not let you pull out $100,000. They won't let you. They don't have it in the account. And these are called bank runs. And we're about to see bank runs right now. We're starting to see bank runs on silver, okay? Different people are posting right now that people are trying to line up and buy silver because they're finally realizing that it's money, okay? God's money is gold and silver. It says in Scripture, Haggai 2:8, the silver and the gold are mine, saith the Lord. This is Scripture, okay? Nowhere to the top of the Federal Reserve note. All you've got are digits. You hold on to digits, and one day the bubble's going to burst, and it's about to burst right now. It's going to be wild what's about to happen. And you know what the marker is, Greg? Silver. Silver is the marker. We're about to see silver. So when you ask about silver and $50, oh, this is so exciting because this is the first time in history silver's actually gone through and touched $50. Okay, so it's never. In 1980, it touched $49 and change. In 2011, same thing, $49 and change. It's never, ever touched $50. It just did it last week. It went through $50, and go back to our podcast prior, a month ago, I said it's going to battle at 50, and then it's going to pull back one final time, which could actually be right here, right now, okay? And then it's going to turn vertical, and then it's going to explode. It's going to explode and freak people out what it's about to do. And then we're going to see bank runs, people lining up to all the financial institutions trying to get gold and specifically silver because it's going to get sold out everywhere. People are going to be running to all the coin dealers everywhere trying to get silver. And guess what? They're all going to be shut down because it exploded and nobody knows what to sell it for. They don't know what they're going to, the dealer's not going to know what to buy it back for. So again, you ask about $50 silver. $50 silver is the marker for the golden jubilee. If you read Leviticus, thou shalt consecrate the 50th year. This is it. It's a jubilee year, and proclaim liberty throughout the land, and to all of its inhabitants it shall be a jubilee for you, written in Leviticus 25. Oh, guess what year it is? 25. And verse 10. So silver is the marker for the takedown of Babylon, which is going to be representative of Belshazzar's feast, where suddenly the banking institutions start to blow up because silver is exploding. And it's tied in with silver finally hitting 50, going through it, pulling back a little bit like it's doing right now, and then turning vertical and absolutely exploding.
Get ready, for here it all comes. The wealth, the health, the glory, the prodigals coming home, all of your dreams coming true. And soon you will see so much prosperity in your life that it is going to take some getting used to. You will be blessed beyond your wildest dreams. Remember this moment when I told you this would happen. Oh, you naysayers, you don't think I will do that. Wait and see. For my doubting Thomases, receive the same advice. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous, and it gives me great pleasure to prosper, favor, and highly honor my children. It is harvest time, and you shall rejoice. I am calling in the harvest, and my harvest angels are in the fields, picking the fruit and the harvest, and transferring it all to my children. No longer shall the evil Fiat system work. No longer shall the elite globalist control this earth and your finances. I am the great I am, and I am a promise keeper.